Hello friends, today I am going to talk about my plant, rose plant. See this. Now what is the problem here? I made a video on how to revive the dying plants, and most of you have questions that do the plant really survive if they start to die. So today I am going to show you again how to save a dying rose. So if you can see, there are no leaves on this plant. Whatever leaves are there, they have become dry, and if you see the bark, it is also yellow. Only there is slight pinch of green color. That means this plant is not completely dead. And if we just rotate it a bit, you can see a small leaf here, but this stem is very soft and it can break at any moment. Moreover, there are certain amount of pests. If you can see, there are some black dots here, which have black and green dots on the leaves. These are the rose pests which destroy your plant. These are very sticky substance. I'll show you. There is one more leaf here. See, this is completely black, and there are some ants as well. See, this is completely black, and we need to get rid of it, otherwise it will stop the growth of our plant. And we have a old bud over here. We will remove it, and we will see that if the seed is there, we will try to pot it. So our first motive is to revive this plant. And what all things I am using to revive the plant is, see, I am using a fresh pot. Instead of this pot, I am using a fresh pot. This I placed a cloth because it is very hot here in India these days, and if we place a cloth beneath the soil, there are chances that the cloth remains moist longer than your soil, and still if you forgot to add water to the plant, or somehow you missed giving water to the plant, then the plant can still survive. If the cloth is moist, it will take water from that and it will survive. Next is our cocoa peat. In my previous videos, cocoa peat is nothing but I have shown you what is cocoa peat, how to get this powdered form. You can check those out. And just to give you a hint, so cocoa peat is nothing but powdered form of outer layer of coconut, dried coconut, that brown coating of coconut, that is dried and then it is grinded as powdered form, and this acts as a very good retain of moisture. Plus this is very light in weight. See, this is very light in weight, so it will not allow any blockage of water in your pot. So this is used as a medium for growing seeds, for hydroponics, as well as if you add it to the soil, it will make the soil more porous and it will retain moisture. If see this, I have not added water to it from last 3 to 4 days, I guess, and if I still hold it there, still it seems slightly numb. It has some water content. Next we have with us this neem oil. What I am going to do with this neem oil is to remove these pests, these black green pests. We are going to add this 2 to 3 drops of neem oil to water, and we are going to, either we can sprinkle it, but since the condition is very bad, I am going to use my hand or cotton to just rub it against all the part of the plant. Next I have this small amount of coffee powder, as the coffee powder is good for your rose plant. Then I have few dried bark of some plants, and we are going to use these dried stems or branches to provide a mulching to the plant. So that if you see here also, I have done some mulching. We are going to use all this again in this new pot. One more thing why I'm using this new pot, since this is slightly bigger in size as compared to this one, and the other reason is, so if you see here, this stem is being folded from here, and I have used this wire, this wire, to fold it. Now this was not done deliberately for any purpose, but this happened because this bigger stem got broken and it was just lying towards the bottom. So, and this would have soon died, so I had just used this wire, I had tucked up here. So after some time there were some roots, some new growth from here, but later those growth died. Now what I am going to do is, I'm pretty sure that this node has the capability of growing new roots. The only thing we have to do, we have to place this entire stem into the soil so that the root growth can start. Now let's see how I am going to do it. This is just an experiment, friends, and once I get the result, I'm definitely going to share that with you. So let's get started. The first thing to get started is here to remove this plant from the pot, and then I'm going to put this plant into water which has slight amount of very little amount of NPK fertilizer, as I always tell you. So let me do all those things, and then I'll be back. So I've removed this plant from that pot, and see, this is the soil which came out, and somehow in this process, or even as I was telling you that these two leaves, they already have so many of pests, so these broke. They were very soft, and because of this pest activity, they, in this process of removal of plant, they broke. So this is that's okay. I mean, that is not necessary. If your roots get enough good nutrients from the soil, then they can come back again, the leaves can come back again. And if I show you some of the nodes of the plants, see here, these are still green, and they can still see this one here, still green, and it can still bear leaf. You see this. So all these nodes are fresh and they are not dying, and they can give leaves, leaves and flowers. Only the problem here is we have to get rid of the pests which are very much active on this plant. And so first we are going to treat the roots well, and then we are going to treat the stem and the branches. So this is the root structure of the plant. You can see so much soil is still trapped in between the roots. We need to get rid of the soil, then only we can plant it back. And I've got this another pot which has some good compost soil being prepared, seed dried. So I'll be using half mixture of this soil and half the mixture of old soil in this pot, and I'll also put some coco peat there. So let me complete this process, then I'll be back. So before I'm going to completely fill this pot with soil, I'm going to show you something. Now the size of this pot is small, and as I told you, I have to fill the soil to this height so that this area gets inside the soil and there are no new roots coming up. So instead of putting the plant like this straight, I'm going to tilt the plant and place it like this, and let's see what is the result. So see, our plant is being potted in the pot, and if you see the pot, half of it has been mulched with dry leaves and wood, and half of it has this coco peat. So as I told you that we have tilted the plant, and this side of the plant has the roots. So I don't this side of the plant is that area where it was slightly twisted, it was like this, and where we want the roots to grow. So here I do not want the plant to directly get water. Instead I will be giving water from this area, and the roots which are beneath it will suck water, and eventually provide water to this bark, and from there the new roots will come. So directly giving water to the new roots might damage them. So this is the reason I have given this type of structure. And as you can see, there is spill of water all around, so I have added water in between. It is summer, as I told you, so I will not be putting this pot in the sun for some time. Sometime in the sense, right now it is very sunny. See, it's all sun. So it's right now it's very sunny, so I'll not put it outside. I'll put it indoor, and in the evening when it gets cooler, then I put it outside. And next process, as I told you, we will do with this neem oil. This neem oil, I'm going to put few drops of neem oil into water, and then with my fingers I'm going to rub it all over these stems. So this process is complete, and I'll show you when the leaves starts to come out. I'll make another video and update it to you. Till then, bye bye. Thanks for your time, and try doing new experiment with your gardening fun. Thank you.